So at the time of writing, Dragon's Dogma 2 is released, and while generally it has had a good reception, the launch has been marred with bugs. You know, the usual crashes, glitches, and my favorite, low frame rates that are fixed by fucking genociding the townsfolk. But ever since the 2010s started, it has become a lot more common for games to come out, buggy, and then get fixed later down the line. The earliest one I can think of is when Final Fantasy XIV first released, back in 2010. And the game was so bad that it had to be rebooted like the DC Universe in 2013. You can probably name others: Assassin's Creed Unity, No Man's Sky, Batman Arkham Knight, etc, etc. Now for the sake of argument, I'm only going to be considering AAA games for this video, mostly since the controversies tend to be around AAA gaming. In reality, a AAA game coming out buggy or unfinished doesn't happen that often. Since 2020, over 5,000 games have come out, and out of all of them, there are only a few botched releases. Cyberpunk, GTA Remastered, Battlefield Remastered, and maybe Dragon's Dogma 2, depending how you feel about it. That's 0.08% of all of the games to come out since 2020. Now don't get me wrong, when it happens, those games should get shat on. But to be honest, I have been debating with myself how much I should mention bugs in a review, at least in newer titles, since any bug I find could be patched out by the time the video is released. Once upon a time, that really wasn't a problem, since if a bug was in a game when it released, it was stuck there forever. But we don't live in that world anymore. Both No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk managed to clean themselves up. Hell, even Fallout 76 has a steady player base of around 30,000 people. I do like the fact that developers can fix their games. Most of them don't want to release a broken or unfinished game, but either time, incompetence, or overambition bit them in the proverbial ass. But you know, despite how much the good book preaches forgiveness and redemption, first impressions are important. And if someone's first impression of your game is that it's a buggy, unfinished mess, well, if you can't do it right the first time and all that, plenty of people are not going to be willing to give your game a chance, even if you fixed it. Hell, I haven't touched No Man's Sky since the launch, despite knowing it's redeemed itself. But I digress. Returning to if bugs should be mentioned in reviews or not, if the bug is fucked enough, I think so. Say the game jittered once in a 20-hour play session. That's nothing really to worry about. But if it jitters several times a minute, then yeah, that's worth talking about. There aren't really a lot of solutions to this problem. The only thing I can think of that, doesn't sound patronizing is, for developers to try and push for a delay. But other than that, not really much you can do, other than, what developers and studios already try to do. So what's the moral of this video? I don't know, just don't release buggy games, I guess. Fuck off.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I